The Black church's focus is not on building families. It's about keeping women single, comfortable, independent. I said what I said. Just look at the numbers. The church is 70 to 80% single women. Yet the pastor want to sell these women this fairy tale telling them that your Boaz is coming. Keep waiting, knowing good and well that there isn't any single men in the congregation. And that's low-key manipulation. Because the men aren't flocking to the churches because the churches are catered to women. The sermons shame men and pamper women. The programs be women brunches, women conferences, women's night. The churches know who paid the tithes. It's the women. So they selling the women these dreams while cashing their checks. And let's be real. The men that are in the churches are either one, already married, gay, or looking for some silly woman to take advantage of. You gotta ask yourself, if the church is really about family, why is it full of single mothers, single women, and empty of men? Because the Black church needs the women single, desperate, and waiting. Because if you had the family that you prayed for, then they wouldn't be able to control you.
And I won't say just church, the Black church, because I've been to a lot of different churches of different races, right? And you don't see this disproportion that you see in the Black church. When you go to other churches, the white church, the Asian church, even diverse church, you see a more of a equal number of men and women. But for whatever reason, when you go to Black church, that's what you see. It's like 80% women. And I do believe the church, the Black church, is keeping Black women single because it's not equipping them with how to deal with the reality, right? It's pretty much putting them in almost like this weird fantasy trance or whatever, this delusion or whatever, right? And most of them do not end up finding a husband. That's just what it is. Because the people are not presenting them with any husbands, and it's not showing them the best way to go about that. It's not teaching them how to deal with the reality that you're still Black at the end of the day. Right? We talk about faith all you want, but at the end of the day, you still have to deal with the reality of our situation. So just like we got a bunch of single Black women outside the church, we got a bunch of single Black women inside the church. And the Black pastors has failed to teach the women how to properly deal with that. They just teach you to get on your knees and God is going to send you a wife. It generally doesn't work like that. It just don't. I'm just going by the results. So she is exactly right. The Black church as a whole has failed to deal with addressing the needs of the Black community. The Black community has definitely enriched a lot of Black churches for the most part. A lot of them have got rich off Black people, right? But in terms of the Black church uplifting the Black community, has definitely failed. It's a huge failure, and that's why I don't want to go. Right? Usually, I do not want to go to no Black church because I see the conditions of the surrounding neighborhood is trash. The Black church has failed abundantly through and through, just a money grab, right? A lot of pastors they want to keep the Black women single because they want to have access to those women. They want to have access to their bodies. They want to have access to their minds. Just an other failure of all time. And I don't know why it's like that. I'm not saying the American church hasn't failed, but I'm talking about just through and through. We talking about just to be able to get Black people to be normal on a functional level to where we ain't got this craziness going on in our neighborhoods. The Black church has failed to do that. Right? But this is your man, Brother Shepherd.